You know we up and running, right?
Don't know.
Down 31st Street.
GMC.
Grown Man Conversation.
Myself doors.
Episode number 4004.
045, I don't know.
Yeah,
last one. Obviously we missed a week because
we missed a week.
Because we didn't press record, didn't it?
But we had something in the stash, so we still threw it out.
Alright, I shouldn't have said something, didn't it?
Yeah, but we good.
Anyway,
what's good?
Tell me now. Tell me, man. What's?
That's it, crazy. We both talk about anyway what's good and pulling at the same time, and everything quiet as fuck. What's good? Tell you the truth. First thing I want to do is shout out to anybody that's fucking with us. It's a long struggle, and just watch the process. Like Doors say. What did he say the other day? He said you have to see the what's the thing like when you develop? He said you look back and you see the
progress.
The progress. That's it. You see where you started from and you see where you're going. So anybody that's with us, thanks for being with us. Doors, what up? You gonna start or we gonna freestyle? Yo, they got a lot going on.
I don't know what's been going on this week.
They got a lot going on. Some I want to get into and some I don't want to get into. What's up with you anyway? Let me build a spliff while you talking. What's up with you?
I really got nothing to say, man. I saw. What's that? Yeah, no, this is what I want to talk to you about because last week we kind of said something off camera.
Yeah,
I didn't really look into it.
Okay. AR-Ab.
What happened?
We said something off camera.
Off camera, you were telling me something about AR-Ab.
Yeah.
What happened? I haven't seen anything about it.
And that's the thing, you know what? And that's to the public too. When we do our little podcast, Grown Man Conversation thing, we actually take like a week before we report on anything because we don't like to work off emotion. So that's why you'll see everything that we do will come like a week after it's already happened. But your first reaction is like when I see things, I'm an emotional guy. So my first reaction is to be like, whatever. But then when I take time and I think about things, I deal with it different. You know what I'm talking about? Not saying that my first reaction wasn't a good reaction, but sometimes I'm a little bit too fast. And when I take time in situations, like for instance, if I would have said something about AR-Ab last week, I would have said something. This week, I'm like, yo, it ain't none of my fucking business.
But what happened? I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't need as far as the internet goes.
Yeah.
Feds locked them up. Conspiracy to distribute crack cocaine, methamphetamines, whatsoever the case may be, facing whatever, kingpin. They said he's alleged to have moved over 5 kilograms of coke. Oh, whatever they said on the internet. He's alleged. All this stuff is alleged. You know what I'm talking about? But the real situation that I think is behind it is where I be wanting to tell motherfuckers like, yo, what y'all be doing on the internet? But now I'm not. I'm like, yo, get lit. Yeah, get lit. Fuck all that bullshit where I'm coming telling these, yo, chill out, police watching. No, fuck that. Get lit. Turn up. Turn the fuck up. Get lit. Post.
Get nicked. You're saying get nicked.
No, I'm telling these niggas get lit. Whatever it is, yo, guns, weed, drugs.
Yeah, get nicked.
Nigga, turn the fuck up.
Get nicked.
As a matter of fact, ain't nobody been shot this week. Shoot a motherfucker.
You need to chill out.
No, I'm telling you. It don't make sense telling these motherfuckers to chill the fuck out. I might as well tell these niggas to go further. You know what I'm talking about? God, it don't make sense me telling you motherfuckers like, yo, watch it, be careful. Some of these sites could be police. Y'all niggas putting too much business out there. Like, what y'all looking for? Fame, money, respect. What is it? Everybody trying to follow the 50 Cent motto. I can say all that bullshit, but fuck that. Get lit, turn up, take pictures, post that shit, do your motherfucking thing. That's me.
Do all the interviews.
Huh? Yeah, do all. And that's another thing. I love interviews when niggas talk about street shit. But when the interview is done, I put a tick next to your name. Tick, get out of here. Yeah, because
here's the difference. Yeah, in America, there's the thing I've noticed. They've got a statute of limitations, isn't it, on some crimes. So as long as the statute of limitations is up, in my mind, if you can't get in trouble for it, is it still snitching? This is what I'm asking you.
You asking me a question?
I'm asking you that. If the situation only involved you and your people you're still cool with,
right?
No one can get in trouble,
right?
And you're telling something that happened in your life 10, 15 years, however many years ago,
right?
But it's enough so that the situation is well clear. Forget trouble from the police now,
right?
Even if it was a road situation, it's all been resolved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Would you GMONEY, Yankee,
yeah.
Would you still class that? Would you still have a problem with that? Would you still class that as?
I would class that as not snitching, but you know, it's in that category of dry snitching, 100%. And I'll give you a prime example. About 96, 97, something, I don't even know the year, but it's in the 90s, between 96 and 98. Are you about to snitch? Not, but you got to be fucking crazy. Listen to the bullshit. About 96 to 98, right? We doing what we gotta do, right? Get money.
This time?
I'm upstate New York. Shout out to Schenectady, New York.
What's upstate New York?
Upstate New York, Schenectady, New York, Albany, Troy, Binghamton, Syracuse.
So not New York City.
Not New York City.
New York
State, yeah.
Okay.
Katsaki, all that. Upstate New York. I'm up in Schenectady. We doing whatever we supposed to do. I got family and friends up there. Anyway, one day we up in the club on the weekend.
As you do.
As we do on the weekend. You know what I'm talking about? We looking for just a little bit of action.
Yeah. Bit of fun.
Get a little bit of fun. So we up in the club, boom, chilling, just relaxing. So we doing what we do. Everybody got a bottle in their hand, a little bit of cash in their pocket, fresh haircut. You know what I'm talking about?
Nice.
So we chilling. All I hear is get money. Get money. I used to take work out of town on Greyhound. Now I'm billboard bound. Ballers. I said, hold up. Whilst the music was playing, I got the bottle in my hand. I said, hold up, what the fuck did she just say? I used to take work out of town on Greyhound. Now I'm billboard bound. Hold the fuck up. I just got off the Greyhound with the work. Kim, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing, Kim? I'm in the club like this, chilling, but I'm thinking this shit gonna go down. It's going down. In my head, I'm thinking sooner or later it's going down. That's not how life is supposed to go. And I give you another example. I remember the nigga 50 Cent made a song and said, niggas that hustle for me, they don't even stash cracks. They hold it on them right there in their ass cracks. I was like, that's it. Fuck it. It's out. It's out. There's no more holding crack in your ass cracks. So meaning, I even heard another brother. I'm not gonna mention his name. He do one of these hip hop sites or whatever. He was mentioning something that he used to do back in the days, and he was like, "Fuck it, I could talk about it, cause I don't do it no more." But there's still other people out there that's doing it.
I heard that.
So that's the way I look at it.
Alright, so that's a specific situation.
Right.
If you're not... Alright, so that's... Yeah. So that I can understand a little bit, yeah?
Okay.
I still think... Because I remember... similar sort of thing. I remember I was in... You know when Top Boy came out?
Yeah.
Season 1, Top Boy came out, yeah? I was away for a little bit, yeah, just a couple months, all time, yeah, baby food. Yeah. But I remember one of my brethren in there, he was pissed. He was like, "No, it's too real. They're hotting it up. Why are they talking like that on TV?" And
okay.
I kind of saw where he was coming from, but at the same time, I was like,
he was like, "You're over it."
Listen, if they're talking like that on TV,
yeah,
there's definitely police. Like, I know they might not know some of the stuff, but they know, bruv. They know.
All right,
we might think it's secret but they know, bruv. They know people have been putting food in their bottom.
So what they know? It's not for you to tell them and remind them. So what they know.
I agree with that. But here's another point.
And I got a bigger point.
No. It's not a point. Yeah. Here's what I'm saying. Say you're not talking about something that's still ongoing.
I don't care. If it's not ongoing,
it's not something ongoing. You're talking about one situation.
Yeah, but it can be done again. It's like I heard a brother say, "Yo, give me one secret of what you used to do when you used to rob banks." He told him. I said, "Why the fuck you gonna tell him?"
I hear that, but it might be something that you can't be done again.
But you never know, they can redo it again. Maybe in 10 years they can forget. You get it?
Yeah.
Leave it alone. You put on gloves and masks when you doing that crime. Why the fuck now are you bringing it to the public? I got another situation where it's not like that, but it's almost. Yo, they got this black box that they put on the handcuffs, right?
Yeah.
So you can't get out of handcuffs. And it's this thing. I don't know if you've ever seen handcuffs. They got this thing that they put in the middle, a mechanism to keep you from getting that handcuff thing. A fucking prisoner made that. He's the one that came up with the fucking concept. A fucking prisoner. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's this type of shit that I'm talking about. And you tripping. Why the fuck you want these? You already in jail and you want him to lock your ass up more?
He thought he was gonna get time off.
He did got some money, but you fucked all of us up. On the way out, they gave your ass a check. Here, thank you, and fucking locked our ass down. Thank you very fucking much. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so remember, here's the thing. What you gotta understand. Bear in mind, I'm grown. I'm not an adolescent. So I'm looking at things from a whole different point of view. Yeah. That for somebody else would be like, he's tripping the fuck out. You understand? Yeah. It's not for everyone. It's a grown man conversation. It ain't for everyone. Some motherfuckers would be like, nah. So some people say, yo, you're institutionalized. I'd be like, what the fuck you talking about? What institution? I ain't never been in no institution.
You've been Rikers, bro.
Yeah, but that ain't institution. That's more like a school. That was school is an institution. Yeah, you're right. Nah, that was a university. You're right. I went to university. That was a university. You know when they say the school of hard knocks?
See right now. You're really
come on, let's stop. You said I'm institutionalized?
You're talking like institutionalized, yeah.
That's fucked up.
I'm not institutionalized, but I went to uni.
I did go to uni. See, that's fucked up.
That's the word.
That's not. You know what? Right. Here's why. I went to university. And the university I went to was the University of Rikers Island. And in that motherfucker, it's either you pass or you fail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And you go through so many aspects. Yo, dealing with people, Rikers Island is going to give you an ability that you're going to need in life. You're going to need to be able to deal with people in all types of situations. And anyway, leave this fucking. Why you gotta go talk about Rikers Island? Bro, you talk about ARF. The next thing you know, we way over fucking Rikers Island. You said on the last podcast we talk about what? You the first person to say institutionalized. You the bullshit. Yo, hear the bullshit. Mothers in hip hop.
Mothers in hip hop.
Yeah, mothers in hip hop.
XXS.
I'm just talking about any mother from that's in hip hop. Whoever, somebody like a rapper. I don't agree with it.
What do you mean you don't agree with it?
I don't agree with mothers in hip hop.
Explain. What do you mean mothers in hip hop?
All right. You see how you'll get a rapper, right?
What about Remy Ma?
No, I'm not talking about our sisters. I'm not talking about
a rapper who's
No, I'm not talking about a rapper. I'm talking about a rapper's mother.
Okay, all right.
That is trying to capitalize off of some type of fame. You know, my daughter, my son is out there swinging. Let me, you understand?
Oh yeah. I don't agree with that.
And sometimes they put themselves in positions that
same as fathers as well. I don't agree with that either.
In hip hop?
Yeah.
Like who?
You chill out.
Like who?
Well, the main one is obviously Drake's dad, isn't it?
No, he was the artist before. He was an artist before Drake, though. He's not trying to come off of Drake's success. He was doing like Nas' father. Nas' father. They was making music before.
He was doing big shit.
You know, he was making music. Drake's father just didn't become as famous, but he was doing music. I don't want to name any names because you know how this internet shit is crazy. But I'm talking about there's many. I don't want to name any names. Somebody that's in the spotlight and then their mother steps up talking about whatever. Like it's like you put me in an awkward position because I can't tell your mother to shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here like I can tell you. So you put me in an awkward position to have to sit there and deal with whatever she's doing out of respect.
Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know.
Right, let me hear it,
man. Never really thought about it, to be honest. It's never.
Because I seen something the other day where somebody's mother was up in the public eye trying to achieve something, and I was like, yo, you know, it's not.
Who's mother?
I just can't. You know how this fucking internet shit crazy, and I don't want to talk about nobody's names, but it's out there, man. People's mothers in hip hop, man. Play your position, man, because you know we respect your child, but this hip hop game and this street game and this mix up game is a different thing. A mother should stay in a mother's place. You know, if you're gonna come wrestle with the wolves, then you know you're gonna have to take what you get.
Yeah, I've never really. I hear what you're talking about, but I've never really.
You never seen it?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it.
I disagree with it on principle, but
yeah, I seen a little bit of it. I seen a little bit of it. What else we got? Oh, Spice, Jamaican artist. They
yeah. She didn't really do it though. Thank God.
Well, they say it was a hoax.
Yeah. Not a hoax. She done it for the video. Like it was like a publicity, not publicity, but you know, like it was part of the rollout. In the video, she's bleached. She looks like she bleached.
Okay.
But the song's about that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a
yeah.
Hats off.
Are you sure? Because you see the interview, she said she didn't bleach.
I've seen pictures.
Because around it's going around saying that she bleached.
Basically, she's done the video
right.
and she's done one appearance in that bleach face, whatever.
Right.
After that, they've seen her normal.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's ironic. What about Cartel's son? He's doing the same thing.
He's 14, 15, 13 or something. That's bad.
What do you think?
That's horrible. I don't like people that. Why are you bleaching?
Father like son. Like father like son.
In general, I wasn't talking about him specifically, but yeah. Can I?
All right, me and my mother argue about this, and I'm on a grown man conversation right now. So fuck it. Listen, like father like son, right? I said that. Can you say? Some people, well, not even my mother, because me and my mother will go back and forth, but we had this in a barbershop conversation. Some people told me Whitney Houston is a role model. Would you believe she's a role model? I don't believe me. Alright, I'll put it like this. I don't believe actors, singers, and dancers and all these people are role models to me. That's it. That's my point.
No. Only in terms of talent and there's from everything. It depends what you take from it, from every situation, from every person. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I could admire someone for their talent. I could admire someone for their dedication. I could admire someone for their hard work.
Right.
These are some things that celebrities have. They used to have anyway. Mm-hmm. Maybe not so much nowadays because celebrities used to have talent. You know what I'm saying? We didn't at the time, did you?
Nope. At least we are. Yeah, celebrities used to have talent.
Yeah, because celebrities used to have talent. Obviously now it's changing, but yeah. So you might not take them as a whole role model, but you take a little bit. You know what I'm saying, you admire that from that person, that from that person. But real role models are the ones you should be able to see in more of a total picture. Because celebrities, all these people in the public eye, you only see what they show you. You know what I'm saying? Real role models are people. They should be people around you. People you can actually talk to, touch, see. You know what I'm saying?
And
But it's okay to admire stuff about people, I believe. But you just can't. It's a blurry line because then you start thinking of them as role models. But like footballers, they're not role models, bro. They just play football.
I said I'm gonna let you talk, but what's the other guy's name? They even brought him up to me and said he's a role model.
Who?
The guy that runs fast, Mo Farah. Runs long or fast or whatever. I don't even know which one. Usain Bolt runs fast. He runs long. I don't know, whatever. They said he's a role model. They said Whitney Houston's a role model. Mo Farah's a role model, and I disagree. But I'm gonna let you keep talking.
Yeah, it just depends on your definition. A lot of these things are just to do with definitions of words, innit? I suppose what they're trying to say is there. You know what I'm saying?
You're making a point, and I'm just letting you keep talking because you're making a point, and I'm gonna say what I feel in a minute.
Because they're probably saying role model in terms of don't copy everything they do, but they've done good stuff. They've done amazing stuff that not everyone can do. So
see, but you're using words, and what you just said is words have meanings, and if you don't use words in their correct places to be specific, it can have a different meaning.
That's the problem with
because what you said more than one time is if what was the word you used? That you didn't use inspire, but you used another word. You didn't use role model either. It was a word that you used, like
look up to or something.
No, motivate or admire.
Yeah.
That's the word you use. Admire. I don't give a fuck who you admire. I admire a lot of people, but role models a different fucking story.
That's what I'm saying. But not everyone.
They're telling me Whitney Houston is a role model, and I'm saying she's not a role model to me. She's a role model to somebody that want to sing and dance. I don't want to sing and dance. Do I admire her? That's a totally different story, yeah. Is she someone that will give me inspiration? That's a totally different story, yeah. But is she my role model? No, she's not a role model for me. My mother is my role model. That's my role model. I said, and then I even gave it to like, yo, look, Whitney Houston's role model was so much to where her daughter followed in her same footsteps. That's the role model. And he's like, oh no, it's just, I said, but it's the role model. That's what the model of the you understand? And I know it's open for debate, and you looking at it, I'm looking at it from my point of view, but Whitney Houston's not a role model to me. Mo Farah is not a role model to me. He's just a man that can run fast. And he would inspire me to go and do whatever I want to do. But he's not a role model to me. I don't even know him. I don't know what kind of person he is. I've never met him. I've never had a conversation with him. Is he good to his kids? Is he polite? Is he respectful? Is he on time? Is he whatever? I don't even know him. I just know he can run from here to there. No, it's not a role model for me. Sorry.
Yeah, it just depends on definition, doesn't it? Some people won't take that role model word as seriously. And it's like, yeah, it's just someone can learn something from. That's what I'm saying.
So they wouldn't take it as serious as I take it.
The word role model, yeah.
They wouldn't take the word
definition, isn't it?
They wouldn't take it.
They're looking at it as just like, yeah, man, that's someone I could learn something from him, innit?
Yeah, but say that. Say that's someone that inspires me. Say that's an inspiration, role model. So I'm using the word maybe I can be wrong, and the word role model could be intertwined.
But this is what I'm saying. Who's wrong when it comes to definition of words? This is my problem, yeah.
It's a theory.
This is my problem with language in general.
Right.
As soon as you write something down
right.
or say it, it's open to interpretation. Whether it's one word or a sentence or a book, it's open to interpretation. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's like one day I was talking to this girl, this big woman, and we was talking about washing dishes, and then somebody said, nah, that's not the right way, and she looked, she said, how could you tell me what's the right and the wrong way? Who's the one that made up the rule to wash dishes?
Yeah.
Some things you can't tell me what's right and what's wrong. Who made up the rule first to say that this is right? Yeah. We just follow it. In certain things, certain aspects of things. You know what I'm talking about?
Basically.
Yeah, and that's, alright.
So that's the...
So you say, but hey, what's ironic about the bleaching thing? Yo, you know something? When I looked at Spice, the way her skin looked, dog, she's nice. She's a pretty girl. That bleach wouldn't make her no better.
That was the point of the song. I think. I haven't heard it, so maybe not.
When I looked at Spice and I was like, why would you bleach? You were pretty, like, look at your sweet brown skin. Why would you bleach? You were sexy, nice, black woman.
Bruv, it's the same with anyone who bleaches.
And I even looked at Vibes Cartel Son. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's same. Yeah, same thing. Same with anyone who bleaches, bruv. See, afterwards, they just look butters, bruv. They just look disgusting. Just like, oh, it's not nice, man. Everyone looks worse when they bleach.
Yeah, so why do they do it?
Because they think they look better.
No, it's got. But
I haven't seen anyone.
I haven't seen anyone. Nah, maybe some of these A-list celebrities, because they probably do it in a certain way that we don't know. Like a lot of them probably lighten their skin in different ways. But I know they ain't using no cake soap. They ain't using that shit that Jamaicans are using.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know, man.
They must be using high class, but at the end of the day, when I looked at a person that bleached and a person that didn't bleach, I like the color of their original skin.
Always.
I'm like, wow, look at your skin. Why would you do that?
Always,
like,
man.
You just look so rich. Your skin looks so strong and healthy.
That's
and
the word,
rich. Why would you do that?
Rich, bro.
That black skin compared to that bleaching skin, it doesn't look right. That black skin, it just looks like you just want to touch it. Like, wow.
It's disgusting. And then they got the black knuckles as well, black joints, elbows.
I'm gonna leave it here and let's stop it. because I think when it comes to the Africans, I'm talking about Nigerians, Ghanaians, I don't even know who they are, but the ones that's out on the street, they take it to a different extreme. They take the bleach thing further than the Jamaicans.
You know where's common spread as well? See in like India and all that.
India?
Yeah. What? Bro, do you know how strict they got a thing called the caste system?
India?
Bro, listen.
Bleaching.
This is what I'm saying, bro. They got a thing called the caste system, innit? So
you
basically,
serious?
the darker you are, the poorer you are. Right. It's been like that in history. It might be changing a little bit now, but it's still a strict caste system. Yeah. The darkest people are called untouchables. You're literally not even allowed to touch them. It's like it's shunned in society to touch them, talk to them, anything. So the lighter you are, obviously, it's just considered that the richer you are. So obviously, yeah, they go in for the cake, so bro.
In India?
Yeah.
I know in Brazil they got a system like that.
India, that whole continent, bro.
I know in Brazil they got a system like that. The lighter
Trust
the
me.
person.
If you trust me, just look
in
into
Brazil.
India,
Listen to me. Oh yeah, let's go to this one. Ethiopia. We was talking about your place last week.
What's going on?
Ethiopia's got the first female president, man.
Their first female president?
Yeah, Ethiopia.
Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I saw that on the list, so I just had done a quick Google. Yeah, it's true, the first female president. Yeah. But I think that's not really. They got a prime minister as well.
Oh shit! So hear me hear what you gonna say about this shit. What you think about it?
I don't really know. I just looked into it now, but there's a prime minister as well,
right?
Which is why I looked into it, because I was like, I swear they just got a new prime minister,
right?
And yeah, they just recently got a new prime minister.
So they have a prime minister and a president. I don't know how that system works.
I don't know how that works either, but the prime minister, they said, has
more power than the president.
Yeah,
and he should.
I don't know.
I'm not being sexist. I'm not being sexist.
It's nothing to do with sexist, whether it was a man or a woman.
Listen, alright, can I be...
The prime minister's got more power than the president.
Okay.
It's not because she's a woman.
Yeah, but I want to be sexist. I want to say something. No, I want to say something that's going to sound sexist. I believe we have a whole country of men, right? And this is if... No, see, I'm changing the situation. So this is just hypothetically speaking now. Yeah. So it's going out of the subject. Ethiopia's first female president. You said that there's a prime minister also, so that means the prime minister. No, you said that the prime minister would have more power than the president. Okay. The way I looked at it was like this. If the president was the one with ultimate power, right?
Yeah.
And we're living in a country that is full of millions of men, and the best person you have to rule is a woman, I think the country's fucked. That's just my opinion.
But there's no country full of men.
I mean, when I say a country full of men, in Ethiopia, you mean to tell me that there's not one man in Ethiopia that is capable of running the country before a woman?
Why does it have to be before?
Because I believe a man that is his position. It's not, if she can be, yes, I'm being sexist about it. She can be his right hand. But I don't believe a woman's position should be to run a country full of whoever. If there is a man that is capable to do the job. If there is not a man that's capable, if they're not capable, and she has the capability because they're incompetent mentally, physically, or whatsoever, and she has that, yes. But I doubt that Ethiopia men, there are more men in Ethiopia that I believe have the ability to run it. It's like if I came in this room and there's men and women and the woman's running the whole situation, but there's men here that have the ability to run. I don't see that as, you understand? And that's just my opinion. It can sound sexist to other people.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff.
Yeah, it is. But I believe that in certain positions, a man, I'm not going to...
So do you believe, let me ask you this, yeah?
I'm not going to have a security guard as a woman if I have a man that is better and is capable to do the job. There's certain positions I'm going to put the man in.
Alright, yeah, there's certain jobs that with physical demands that you want someone more suited to the job. Yeah, cool.
Right.
There's some women
right
that I would choose for security over some men. If they're capable. No, you've got a choice.
If they're capable.
You know what I'm saying? There's a choice.